guys, welcome to the why do I keep doing this? Hi guys, I'm Christian. If you're new here, I am so glad that you decided to click on this video. And if you are coming back, hey, welcome back. This is my stats video, and so if you don't know, I made my college decision reaction video that has all the colleges that I got into, waitlists, rejections, all that good stuff. So I'll link that down below and I'll put it up in the card so that you can definitely check that out so you know what specific schools I got into. But I got into some really nice schools, including 2 Ivy Leagues, because that's like what's in the title, so I might as well address it. I got into Harvard and Columbia, and then a bunch of other really amazing, really great schools. After releasing that video, a lot of people were asking me what my stats were, how I did it, all that stuff. And so this is what today's video is about. So I filmed this video yesterday and I absolutely did not like it. I was getting so off track. This is take 2, and today it's going to be better. I've written everything out and I have a plan. So I'm coming in with a plan. A few disclaimers before I get into my stats, because I want to like set the record straight, make some things clear before we start just listing numbers and throwing things out there. It's not a disclaimer, forgive me. First, thank you. Thank you so much for all the support I have received. It has been crazy. I am super grateful, and I don't want there to be like a misconception that I'm trying to like get clout or be like internet famous or something like that, because that's not the case. I just really am passionate about like sharing my story and sharing what I've done and helping others achieve their goals. And so to know that my like message and what I'm sharing is actually reaching people is really exciting, really mind-blowing, and I'm very grateful. So just thank you, I appreciate it. Now on to the disclaimers. The first disclaimer, I am not an admissions officer. I don't work in these offices. I don't have any admissions officer friends. So I don't quite know what the specific, the camera was being kind of weird. So I'm not an admissions officer, so I don't quite know what the specific things are that got me into these schools, but these are just what I have in my common application, and so this is what I can go off of. Second disclaimer, stats and everything are like subjective, so it's super individualized. People have higher stats than me got into these schools. People who have higher stats than me did not get into these schools. People who had lower stats than me get in, don't get in. It's all your individual, who you are, what your entire package is. Because once you reach a certain level of academic performance or whatever, it's more than just the numbers. I knew I wanted to go to a really good college, and like if not an Ivy, like an Ivy adjacent type school. I decided that for myself when I was 11 years old, and so ever since then I've kind of been planning, researching, and putting in place what I need to do. And so I just want to say that this has been a long-term goal, and so like since freshman year to now I've been doing, I've been doing what I needed to do, or what I thought I needed to do to make that goal a reality. My last thing before the stats, you guys are probably like, Christian, why are you rambling? I know, but this is my very last thing. Whatever school you get into is amazing and an accomplishment, and it doesn't matter if it's an Ivy or if it's your state school or if it's you're this, or you're that. If you're going to college, like you're getting a degree, it doesn't like period. So I just want that to be clear. I'm not that type of person who's like, oh, I have to go to an Ivy. That's not me at all. And so I just want that to be clear, to be proud and to be happy no matter what institution you end up attending, because at the end of the day, you're going to college and you're bettering yourself, and that's amazing. So yes, now that that's all out the way, I've said everything I want to say, now I'm getting into my stats. So first off, I went to a public high school. Well, I still go to a public high school. My high school is like pretty well funded. There are lots of ways to get academic opportunities if you like choose to. And so like we have a good amount of AP classes, like seminars, different things like that, which I think is important to state because everyone's coming from like a different place, so putting things in context is good. So I just printed out my common application and I'm gonna read everything from there because that is what the colleges saw, so that would make sense to share that with you all. I went to a public high school. My rank at the time, there was 450 students in my class and I was ranked number 8 out of 450. And then my weighted GPA that I put on here was a 4.976 out of 5. And my unweighted GPA was a 3.969 out of 4.0. And then you also, in your common application, you put what classes you are taking your senior year, because at the time, like, you apply before you really have a lot of senior year grades. And so the courses that I took this year that the colleges saw that I was taking are AP, English Literature and Composition, AP Calculus BC, AP US Government, choir, and theater. So that's when I took my senior year. So I didn't have an easy senior year. It's been rough, but I guess it was worth it. So I said my GPA and my class rank, but just to go over some classes here, I'll steal it. Just to go over classes that I took like each year. So as I said before, I knew I wanted to be eligible to be a competitive applicant for very selective colleges, and I knew that when I was in middle school. And so I started taking classes for high school credit while I was still in middle school. And I'm just gonna put like my classes over here that I've taken as I mentioned them, because I'm reading my transcript. So I took Algebra 1 when I was in 7th grade, and then I took French and Geometry honors in 8th grade my freshman year, and I got A's in both of those classes, and then, well, all those classes. And then my freshman year, I took English 1 honors, Biology 1 honors, Law Education, which is like an elective, AP Human Geography. So that was my first AP class, and at my high school, you can only take 1 AP your freshman year. So that's what I took. And then choir, French 2, Algebra 2 honors, and then dance 1 and 2. So that was my freshman year course load, I guess. And then I took PE over the summer, like online. Don't come for me, I know, but that's what I chose to do. And I also got A's in all those classes. I got A's in all of my classes. I'm just gonna say that so I don't have to keep putting A's, because that's gonna be redundant. I got A's in all of my classes except for AP European History, which I got a 88 in. And my school's on a 10-point scale, so 90 and above is an A. That's why my GPA is like a 3.969. and not a 4.0 because of AP European History, but it's okay. My sophomore year, I took English 2 honors, Chemistry 1 honors, AP European History, Chorus, French 3 honors, Algebra 3 honors, and Pre-Calculus honors. Pre-Cal at my school, you have to take that before you can do AP Calc AB, so that's why I took that. Over the summer, I took Personal Health and Wellness to fill like a graduation requirement, and I also took Integrated Business Applications to fulfill a graduation requirement. My junior year, which was the last year before I applied to colleges, so that's like the last full course grades things that I have on my transcript when I was applying. I took AP English Language and Composition, Physics honors, AP US History, AP Seminar, Student Government. I took Student Government all these years. I don't know why it just appeared in my transcript my junior year. Calculus honors, AP Calculus AB, Theater 2, and then I also have musical theater and fine arts choir elective. Musical theater, they like give you a credit for that, so that's why that's on my schedule. And then the fine arts choir elective is my a cappella group. We get a credit for that, so that's kind of cool. That's all the classes I took. And I want to like notice, like I took classes that I was interested in. Sorry, the light is coming in. I took classes that I was interested in, and I took classes that I also knew were like the most rigorous that my school offered, but I wasn't like trying to stress myself. Well, I kind of did stress myself out sometimes, but like I wasn't trying to like do too much. For example, my junior year, I took physics honors instead of doing an AP science because I knew that I was going to be an arts and humanities major, and I had taken enough AP classes in my mind to where I didn't need to take AP Chem or AP Bio and just like make myself miserable. So yeah, that's my course load. Now onto testing. So I took the ACT, I took the SAT, but I took it like I got home from New York like at 1 a.m. that morning with testing day, and I think I got like a 1360 or something. Like it was junior year, I didn't use that. It was a bad day, so I didn't use those scores for anything, but that's what I got on the SAT. I think the one time I took it, I used the ACT for colleges, and I got a 32, and I took that my junior year. And the breakdown for that 32, I got a 33 in English, a 28 in math, a 36 in reading, and a 30 in science. I retook it my senior year because I was like, oh wow, maybe I'll be able to, you know, improve, you know, do a little bit better. I know you're probably thinking like, Kristian, you got 32. Girl, you're good. But I just wanted to see if I could do better because I didn't even study that first time. It was pretty much just like prior knowledge, a couple little questions I did on my phone on the way there. But I got a 30 when I retook it, and so I was like, well, that's that. So I went with my 32. As far as subject tests go, I took them, but we don't talk about them. I took math 2 and literature, but we don't know them in this family on this channel. We don't talk about subject tests. I didn't send those to any school. Well, I accidentally sent them to Harvard. I accidentally sent them to Harvard, like the clown I am. But other than that, we don't talk about them. Subject tests, no. As far as AP tests go, I got a 3 on European History, and then I got a 4 on all the other ones, and then I got a 5 on AP Seminar. There's that. I don't know how much that really matters. Now it's like extracurriculars, honors, things of that nature. On my common application in my honors section, you have 5 spaces to put different academic related honors, and so I used all 5. My first honor was for my awards that I got through Future Business Leaders of America, otherwise known as FBLA. I competed in public speaking. My junior year, I was first in our district and I was second in the state. My freshman year, when I was in FBLA, I went all the way to nationals and I was top 16 out of 135. So I was a semi-finalist at nationals, and I put that on here even though I wasn't in the top 10 for FBLA competitions, are the ones that get like the awards and go on stage and stuff. But I still put that I was a semi-finalist because that's still a pretty impressive feat. My next honor was the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated's Presidential Youth Conference. I put that as 12th grade because it was like the summer going into my senior year, and they only select 50 kids in the nation every other year to go, and so I put that down as an honor. My next honor is just AP Scholar with Distinction. That's something that you get for getting like a certain amount of scores on AP exams, like a certain amount of 4s and 5s, I think, and so I put that on there. My next 2 honors are like school, so like my first 3 were like national, and then my 2 at the bottom were school level. Sorry for all the lighting changes in this video. I just went putting pillows over the window to cover the sun. My bottom 2 school honors, I was the Black History Month Assembly keynote speaker my junior year, so I put that on there. And then I also put Beta Club at the bottom. I was a part of Beta Club, and I said that I was given for volunteer work and academic achievement, and I was also the vice president, well, I still am the vice president of Beta Club at my school. Okay, there's the honors. Now, extracurriculars. So I did a ton of stuff during high school, a lot of extracurriculars, a lot of different things. We only have 10 slots on the common application for extracurriculars. I used all 10, and I really had to it took me a while. Like, I can make a video about how I went about creating my extracurricular list, because that really did take me a minute, and I'm pretty proud of it, but I'm just going to share what's exactly on here. And there are some things that I didn't include that are like on my resume maybe, but they're irrelevant because the college didn't see them fit on my common application. So the first activity that I had was the Essence and Ulta Beauty Girls United Beautiful Possibilities program. I was accepted into that my junior year, and then now I'm a Girls United ambassador. Through that program, like, we applied, they picked 6 girls across the country, and we got to work with like different beauty executives. We made a collection that's like in Ulta Beauty stores. It may or may not still be in stores, I don't know. And we filmed a web series. We did a lot of really cool stuff, and so I'll link that down below if you want to learn a bit more about the program. But that was really like a crazy experience. Quite literally, like, probably like changed the trajectory of like my life, dare I say. And so I put that down as number 1. And then my next thing was student government. So at school, I'm the senior class president, and then I was class secretary my sophomore and junior years, but I've been involved with student activities all 4 years, so I put like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th on here. My next activity was choir, well, vocal performance. That's kind of how I worded it. And I'm the president of choir this year, and I'm also in an a cappella group at my high school, so I put that down. And I've been involved in choir and vocal performance all 4 years of high school. In my junior year, I was co-social chair. The next activity was theater, and I was involved in musical theater as well as just like straight plays. I'm the historian of the International Thespian, of my troops, International Thespian Society, and I'm also a talented and gifted theater student. So like, you audition and you get put into talented and gifted theater or dance or choir, well, not choir, or dance or art. There's like different talented and gifted arts classes, and I'm in talented and gifted theater, so I put that down. My next activity, I put community service as like one kind of bracket, so like I did a lot of different community service, but I just put it all in one thing. And at the time I had 363 service hours, and so I put that down. And I volunteered. I was a teen library apprentice. I was the vice president of Leo Club, which is a service organization. I volunteered at this place called God's Storehouse, which is like a food pantry, and then I also volunteered at our local hospital. Then I was a member of Delta Gems. That's how I got to go to the Presidential Youth Conference that I mentioned in my honors section. And Delta Gems is like a mentorship program that's sponsored by Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I put that down. I did it all 4 years of high school. I'm still in it right now, and so I threw that on there. After that, I put FBLA, so Future Business Leaders of America. I was the president my junior year. Like, I was the president of my school's chapter of it, and I did that my freshman year and my junior year, and I competed, and I also did like service and things through that. I put Teen Democrats, which I did my freshman through junior years of high school. My sophomore year, I was the treasurer, and my junior year, I was the president. Junior year, crazy time, I tell you. The next thing was outdoor recreation, and I put that down as all 4 years. And you're probably like, outdoor recreation, like, what do you mean? Like, so it wasn't actually a club that I was a part of, but like doing things outdoors, like kayaking, whitewater rafting, hiking, ziplining. That's like something I really enjoy doing. So don't be afraid to put down things that are just hobbies or something like that, because my Duke admissions officer actually mentioned that I like doing outdoor stuff in her like little letter to me, like congratulating me on my acceptance. And so those things matter too. Like colleges want to see that you're a human being, not just like a you know. So I put down outdoor recreation. My last one out of the 10 was academic honor societies, and so I put that all in one little category, which I can give tips on how I did that in another video. But I put Mu Alpha Theta, which is National Math Honor Society. I was the vice president, and then I put National Honor Society, where I was the treasurer. I am the treasurer. I don't know why I'm speaking in past tense. And then National French Honor Society, and I've been a member of that for 4 years. So I just put I was a 4-year member. Yeah. Whoa, that was a lot. But that was everything. That was my stats, my classes, the extracurriculars that I put on my college application, and the things that I chose to share with these schools. I was really trying to avoid doing this little, like, while I'm editing, I realized I forgot something. But I was replying to y'all's comments under my reaction video, and someone asked about summer programs and internships, and I realized that I completely forgot to even mention what I put in my additional information section on my comment application. So I'm just gonna go through that really quickly so I can give a completely transparent picture of what I did. So in my additional information section, I chose to include 2 more additional activities. So I was a member of Girl Scouts for 9 years, and in high school I was in it until sophomore year, so I put that down. And then I also put cheerleading. I was a JV and a varsity basketball cheerleader my freshman and sophomore years respectively, and so I put that down as well. And I also earned a varsity letter through that, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll just throw that in there. For summer programs, I was a senator at Palmetto Girls State, which is the girls' state for the state of South Carolina, and I was a senator, so I threw that in there. I also did senior project at the College of Charleston. I did summer seniors at the University of South Carolina. I did the Pinckney 4-H Leadership Conference at Clemson University, and I also did the Columbia College Leadership Institute 9th through 11th grade at Columbia College in Columbia, South Carolina, not Columbia University. I also am a Carolina Master Scholars, which is through the Honors College at the University of South Carolina, and I did that program for 3 consecutive summers, so I put that down. And I will definitely make a video about summer programs and all that, but I just need to get that in there. As far as like essays and things of that nature go, I wrote a lot of essays, a lot, and I'm going to make another video on like tips for essays, just because it really can be a whole nother video. So, whew, I said everything. I think I said everything. If you have any more college specific questions, application specific questions, drop them down below. I have some video ideas of things that I kind of already want to do and like get in the works and try to like start pumping these videos out faster for you guys. Yeah, that's what I did. I hope that this was helpful, kind of hearing what I presented to the table when I applied to colleges, and I hope that I see you in the next video. Yeah, that's all. Bye.